This is The Grip by the Plenteous Life.
You don't have the choices you can't see. What breakthrough change actually comes from? Welcome back to The Grip. I'm Becky Henderson, founder and principal coach of the Plenteous Life. You can't outwork a blind spot. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying how humans actually make decisions. What he found is not what most founders believe about themselves. You have two operating systems. System 2 is the one you identify with. Deliberate, analytical, intentional. The version of you that weighs options, reads the room, and makes the call. System 1 is the one running the show under the surface. Fast, automatic, invisible. It doesn't announce itself. It just acts. By the time System 2 reaches a decision, System 1 already made it. Here's why it matters for your leadership. System 1 is built from every pattern, experience, and meaning your brain has ever encoded. Most of that encoding happened before you were capable of questioning it. It has been running your decisions ever since, without your awareness or consent. That is where your blind spots and breakthroughs live. The more access you have to it, the more skilled you become at creating your desired outcomes. Mastering blind spots and breakthroughs. Two realms of not knowing. There are two kinds of not knowing. The first, you know that you don't know, the realm of known unknowns, System 2. There's a gap, you can name it, you find someone who can close it. This is learning, it's useful, it has a ceiling. The second, you don't know that you don't know, the realm of unknown unknowns. This is not a skills gap, it's a System 1 gap. The assumption's so embedded in how you operate that it doesn't register as an assumption. It registers as reality. The decision filter's so automatic it doesn't feel like a filter. The pattern's so familiar it shows up as just how things are. You can't see it because the brain that would do the seeing is the same brain running the pattern. That is why this level is nearly impossible to reach alone. The cost of unknown unknowns. Here's what's at stake. Every decision you make today is filtered through System 1 patterns you did not choose and have never examined. Every hire, every leadership response, every conflict you engage or avoid, every ceiling you keep hitting regardless of how hard you work the variables below it. The cost is real, it's compounding, and it's invisible by design. You don't know what it's costing you installed growth. That's the point. Unknown unknowns are an invisible tax on what you're actually capable of. Global leaders are investing heavily to resolve this. In 2026, the executive coaching market is $112 billion and growing at over 9% annually. Companies utilizing executive coaching see 5 to 7x ROI. 70% of organizations now treat it as a core leadership strategy, but only 17% of founders are pursuing it. What breakthrough change looks like. One founder I've worked with for 4 years put it plainly. 4 years ago, the question was, how are we going to survive? This week, I dropped off a $30,000 check at the bank for a small gig, and that's not even the biggest deal happening right now. We've got so much business we're turning down requests. The shift was not a new strategy or technique. It was getting at the outdated System 1 patterns, running his life without his awareness, driving every decision, every response, every relationship. The business didn't change because he worked harder. It changed because he could finally see something he had never been able to see alone. You don't have the choices you can't see. You don't even know there's something to choose. It's only in seeing what was invisible that choice becomes an option. That is what generates breakthrough. Two categories of investment. Kahneman's research distinguishes between what we think we're doing when we decide and what is actually happening. System 1 predetermines the outcome. System 2 makes up a story to explain it. Coaching for known unknowns closes identified gaps. It trains System 2. Useful, but it doesn't get at the source of your patterns. Coaching for unknown unknowns surfaces what System 1 has been running without your awareness. It's a different category of investment entirely. It changes the operating system underneath every decision, not just the quality of individual choices. The return compounds. Every leadership moment, every relationship, every year is touched by what you can now see. The founders paying the invisible tax are not failing. They're succeeding to the degree their current System 1 allows. They have hit the ceiling of what working harder on the visible variables can produce. The founders breaking through barriers are discovering that the ceiling is never what they can already see. It's the pattern they haven't yet identified underneath. This week's tool. Take one recurring result in your business or leadership that doesn't match your effort. The team dynamic that never quite resolves. The ceiling that reappears at the same height regardless of approach. The decision you revisit on repeat. Don't analyze it, name it. Then ask, what would my System 1 have to believe to keep producing this? Don't force an answer. Let the question stay open. The pattern won't surface through thinking harder. It surfaces through questioning what currently looks obvious. Curiosity is your entry point. Kahneman's work named what most people experience but can't articulate. The mind that explains your decisions is not the mind that makes them. Coaching for the known unknowns closes gaps. Coaching for the unknown unknowns changes the architecture that produces them. The invisible tax is already running. The question is how much longer you're going to keep paying it. If you've tried everything you know to do and still haven't had the breakthrough in results you're capable of, that's not a strategy problem, that's a System 1 problem. I work with mission-driven founders to surface what's been running below their awareness and create results that weren't available before. If that sounds like the conversation you've been missing, reach out through our link in the show notes.
Check out the library of resources we've made for you on this channel and sign up to have additional tools delivered straight to your email box every Thursday. Join us at plenteouslife.com/The Grip. This has been another issue of The Grip. From all of us at the Plenteous Life, may you prosper in every way.